Hi, Weather Underground blogger Levi Cowan here. You've clicked onto the Tropical Tidbit for Monday, June 22nd. Well, the East Pacific finally has its first named stormed, Tropical Storm Andres, right here southwest of Mexico. You can see the nice, well-developed circulation there. The Hurricane Center calls for this to pass very close to Mexico here over the next 3 days. It's a slow-moving system, and its proximity to land makes me doubt this forecast for hurricane intensity so close to the coast, but we'll have to see what happens. At any rate, it's going to be causing a lot of rain along the Mexican coast here because of its slow movement, and mountainous areas of Mexico could pick up 6 to 10 inches with isolated higher amounts over the next 3 days. And if I go back to the satellite image here, I'm sure you all noticed this in the Bay of Campeche. That was an old circulation that was down here last night that was competing with Andres over here, and it moved north and is now sitting over here. There's a nice level of low-level vorticity in here, but I don't really think it's a threat to develop, because when you get a big system out here over the Eastern Pacific, it's usually hard to get something going on in this area because the East Pacific system steals all the energy. Most of the heat is consolidated right in here, and the ridge up to the north is going to force this northwest eventually over the next couple of days. Now to the Atlantic. This is the 48-hour GFS, and you can see the front in here. And I know this looks threatening right in here, but it's really not that big of a deal, and I'll show you why. This upper trough in here is creating a major baroclinic zone. You've got cold advection here from the north, warm advection from the south, and that's going to make this a cold core system in here, because this here is transporting heat, not consolidating it. Same with subtropical development. You want at least some sort of consolidation of energy, and you're not going to get that here. You'd want a closed isobar somewhere. If you were going to have subtropical development, it would have to be in a closed low somewhere like in here. That's not going to happen there, but that's just an example. You can't have it in the middle of a baroclinic zone. It's going to be cold core. Here's the surface 72-hour map. The tail end of this front will have to be watched as it forms an area of low pressure over the North Gulf Coast, and the trough split, upper trough split, it's going to split and leave a piece behind down here, and that's going to have to be watched because old frontal boundaries combined with trough splits are the primary cause of early season developments in the Gulf of Mexico and Northwest Caribbean. And hopefully the good thing out of this will be some rain for Florida, hopefully some cool down there. The 120 hours shows the GFS still trying to take a low out of the Northwest Caribbean. As usual, moves it too fast. There's still major shear right here, but you've got the upper level anticyclone building here, and eventually will move northwestward with time over the next 4 to 6 days, so we will have to watch this. It's the northward surge of moisture coming out of the Eastern Pacific, like I've been talking about. Oh, here's the trough split. Messed up my maps again. Trough splits in here. You can see the trough lifting out. And here's that ridge still sitting over Texas. Very hot and dry for the southern U.S., and it's going to stay that way for a while. This high will start moving westward a little bit here, especially after Andres moves on through in the Eastern Pacific and gets out of the picture. And maybe it'll cool down here in this area after a while, but it's going to be pretty hot for a while still. Here's the Madden-Julian oscillation. You can see all the moist air upward motion, basically synonymous in our part of the world, and we'll continue to have to watch the Caribbean and southern Gulf of Mexico over the next couple of weeks as this moisture tries to advect northward periodically out of the Eastern Pacific. Oh, and look at this. This burst of green here near Tahiti, see that? During the next 10 days, that's going to bring a burst of easterlies across the equatorial Pacific, and that's going to cause the SOI to rise, probably a lot, and that's going to make probably all the sea surface temperature models jump all over the place and forecast El Nino to dissipate, and everyone will be saying, oh, it's going away, it's fading. Not going to happen. It's just a burst, alright? It's just a little burst. It's not El Niño's not going away. Don't believe the models. They're reactive. They do whatever they see, and they jump on every little thing. Anyway, that's it for today. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.